Hey, good morning. It's 4 o'clock a.m. on my way to the gym. I've stepped it up. I decided to go from 3 days to 5 days. I decided to go from 30 minutes to an hour because I actually had the time to do it. So on my way to the gym, it's a great time. Luckily, it's only about, I don't know, gym's probably about driving maybe 3 or 4 minutes away from my office. So pretty much go there in my gym clothes, bring my suit with me, and I have a shower inside my office. I'm lying, I don't have a shower inside my office. It's a great time. I mean, listen, things aren't the best. I'll be the first one to say that. Things are not the best. I mean, matter of fact, I can give you about 75 reasons why I could complain. I could give you about 75 reasons why I could give up. I could give you about 75 reasons why it's just not going to happen for me. I can give you 75 reasons, every single one of them valid, every single one of them real, every single one of them true. It's just not going to help, though. It's not going to help focusing on what's the problem. It's not going to help focusing on what's not right. It's not going to help. It's not going to help what's not going on right now. What is going to help is staying in faith and staying strong and stay well rooted. I was listening to Joel Osteen this morning, and he gave a story about a storm. The name of the storm, you know, they always give a name to the storm for some unknown reason. If it's water, they name it after a woman. If it's on the land, they name it after a man. It was a hurricane. They called it Ivan. Ivan came through Houston, Texas, and there was trees, these huge big oak trees that were 4 feet, 5 feet in diameter that had literally been knocked over. Now, obviously, you would think that that type of tree would, being that big, its roots would be so deeply embedded in the ground that it absolutely could not come up. But he said that when Storm Ivan came through, it had no problems knocking over these extremely big oak trees that were, 4 to 5 feet in diameter. That means I can lay down and I would probably be only a foot bigger than its base, which means that's a pretty damn big tree. And then he said there was these 140 feet tall palm trees, or these 140 feet pine trees that were being knocked down as well. But he said one thing about the palm tree is the palm tree was really the only tree that was left standing. He said because God had created it in a way that when its roots went into the ground, it spread out wide and it got better grip, but it also allowed it to bend up and back. It allowed it to bend to the point where it almost looked like it would break, but just as it was getting ready to get to that point, it always come right back. And it was a very resilient tree. And he said that that's how we have to be. We have to be very resilient. We have to be more like the palm tree and not the oak tree. Meaning we have to be able to bend when times are getting a little bit tough, and we got to be able to come right back. So I mean, that was a powerful message. I mean, to get this morning. And the fact of the matter is, I look back at the accomplishments that I've been able to do the last 6 months. I've been routine about being in my office, accomplishment. I've been routine about doing my daily videos, my daily journaling, accomplishment. I've been adamant and diligent about no eating fast food. And don't get me wrong, I do eat fast food, but I eat it with my family. I don't eat it alone. So if we go somewhere, we go to a McDonald's and it's something for my kids, and I may have something, but I don't overly indulge in it, but I'll have it. But it's very, very rare, and almost never, because sometimes I won't even get anything, and that's so that's been a discipline that I've been getting into, or that I've been able to embed and embrace, and that's something that I need to hang my hat on and be very proud about. That making my calls, being disciplined about my schedule, so many great accomplishments. Now my gym workout, I decided that I went from 3 days, and I figured 3 days isn't enough. I wanted to feel a little bit better. So every time I show that I can create or accomplish a goal, it gives me something else to take pride in. It gives me something else to hang my hat on, something else to say, listen, if you can do this, you can do that. You're just in a season, you'll come out of that season. But if you stay in that season with a bitter attitude, it seems like it's longer. When we sit here and bitch and complain about how hot it is outside, really sit down and break it down. wintertime or summertime in Arizona is theoretically only 2 to 3 months. Come October, or the end of September, come October, ain't it always cold when you're out walking around with your kids during Halloween? So really kind of put everything in perspective. The seasons only last a short time. They always seem really long when you sit there complaining and bitching about it. I got a lot of things I can complain about. I got a lot of valid things, a lot of valid worries, but I choose not to let them become an issue. I choose to not let them become a part of me. I got to carry on. I got to do what I got to do, and I got to keep up with what I know is promised to me. Nothing else is going to matter. Nothing else is going to change that. So I'm on my way to the gym. I'm not going to lift this bastard up. It's not going to happen. Not today. Maybe in a week. Maybe in a month. Whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to lift the gym up today. It's not that serious. I just want to feel good. I want to feel healthy. I want to look sexy for my wife. I want to be able to play with my kids. I want to be able to play with our new youngest edition. I want to be able to do a lot of things. I want to be able to enjoy our vacations. There's a lot of want still inside of me. There's a lot of living still inside of me. I'm not ready to pack it in, lay it down, and give up just yet. I got a lot of fight in me. I got a lot of go in me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go.